everyone, and welcome to Rocky's Hiking Channel. Tonight I have another thru hiker for 2020, the crazy 2020 year. So basically I'm going to let him tell you what his name is, trail name.
I'm El Presidente.
El Presidente. And okay, El Presidente, I just want you to kind of give why you decided to hike this year and your story and how it's been hiking in this craziness this year.
Sure. Last year my home life kind of changed. Right now I'm going through a divorce and I needed something that was a way for me to reset my life. I needed to get away from my routine. I needed to get away from things that reminded me of my old life. And this trail afforded me the opportunity, and the people on the trail afforded me the opportunity to do that. So what it's been like for me, I've never been off the couch before. So starting the trail was an amazing thing just to watch the people around me be able to do what they do every day. It's the reason I'm still here. There's people that, watching them get up and over mountains and that kind of stuff has inspired me. Most of my job is automation and removal of repeated tasks, and none of those skill sets help me at all here. So watching other people, being inspired by them has really kept me going. This year especially has been really responsible for relying on your trail family because nothing's open. You have to, we were each calling hotels and stuff when we need to get out of the rain and the storms and stuff. We all relied upon each other. We would send information, text, oh, this place is open, this place is closed, oh, the water is good here, the water's bad here. Most of the information that you hear normally we don't have access to, so it's been humbling to hang out with all the people, but it's also been a requirement to meet these great people and spend time with them and rely upon them. But yeah, this year's just been, from whatever I hear from all the other hikers who've done in the past, it's been absolutely one of the worst weather years, and just dealing with everything else that COVID has brought along. It's just been an uphill battle to begin with. So the trail is not easy, but it certainly isn't easy this year.
It's not forgiving.
certainly, and it shouldn't be.
No. So what are are there anything that you met that just it's something just completely different because of COVID this year? Or?
I had to completely skip Helena. The whole town was basically shut down. Where we were staying in places in North Carolina and all the way back to Georgia, it was an uphill battle. So I didn't get to experience any of the major. Hot Springs was closed. I didn't actually get to get into a hot spring. So things like that. It's not the hike that I wanted, but it's the hike that I got, and we're already making plans with other people to head back. Not next year because next year's probably going to be just super crowded. But the year after that, to just do a road trip and just hit the towns and just experience the town itself. It's the other thing that I've noticed too is that it's significantly damaged the companies that are here to support hikers, and it's not their fault that they're closing. I understand that, and it's frustrating, just as frustrating to them. They're not going to make that money back. It doesn't matter how big the bubble is this year that's going to come through.
Right.
They're not making the money back because there's people that just aren't doing it. So I really feel for people that it's their livelihood that are being affected. I know some of the outfitters and things like that, they just didn't make big orders. They didn't get their actual quantities of things in. So you have a lot of sales, you have a lot of stuff from last year they're trying to push through. It's really kind of impacted the towns and the people of the town too, just as much as it impacted hikers.
So if you ran out of gear, there was really no place to get fresh gear, and so,
right.
Except other than Walmart, which you're not going to get the gear you need.
Right. Yeah, and even Amazon's weeks out. You order something, it's not 2-day shipping anymore. So if you needed something dire, you are going to Walmart and getting a Coleman thing just to get you through.
Right.
I'm right now, part of my gear, I'm using a safety pin to fix my pants because there's no pants that fit me because all the outfitters are either closed or they don't have my size. So just stuff like that. It's just, again, it's hard mode on top of hard mode. So
it is a hard year. I know. I hiked last year, and I'm hiking this year, and it's definitely a hard year.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing, trail angels, usually very abundant.
Right.
You're kind of just a little bit above where the bubble would be. Trail angels.
For trail magic and stuff like that, it's really non-existent. most of the trail magic has just been talking to people who are friends now at this point. We had trail magic done by one of the guys who was hiking with us originally, who had to get off. He just came up and made us food. The ranger service stopped by and said, "Hey, the trail's closed. You got to move on." So we did. But like, you know, there's nice people out there that are still nice. I mean, even here, like they're helping me out. They're reducing the rate a little bit because I've been here and injured.
Right.
So like stuff like that. Like there's still good people out there.
Yes, absolutely.
Some people are just really affected by what's been going on too with the COVID stuff. Some of the regular trail angels have been talking about, you know, helping people get off trail. You've helped supported people get home, stuff like that. I mean, they're still good people. It's just people don't want to go against what the law says, and that makes sense. I mean, there's a danger there, and I know the trailheads were shut down and why they were shut down, because they don't want people all congregating and stuff like that. And that's really what a trail, you know, for me, the Trail Magic Trail Angels are doing is you're sitting with dirty people. Like hikers, we're dirty. I get that, but not the way the COVID is, you know.
Right.
So,
No.
but it's severe. I think it's significantly limited the amount of trail magic that we've received.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
I got
you know.
threats for doing trail magic, which I cannot still to this day understand.
People are angry. They also are looking for like a way to vent.
Right, and I get that, and
yeah.
there's been a lot of venting to the wrong people, definitely.
Yeah.
Because I was just helping hikers, whether they wanted to stay on or come off.
Right.
You know, to get threats was just it dropped and floored me. I still kept going, and I just kept it more quiet.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like anyone that kept hiking, they just kept it more quiet because
We
they were
had to.
getting threats for
Right,
hiking.
right,
I mean, I've never seen such a year where anyone gets threats for keeping hiking when they're so far away from everyone.
Right, and
Yeah.
the other side of it too is like there is law enforcement out there that are doing things. And when I was in Hot Springs, the law told me to leave. So like, you know, stuff like that. And it's not like he wanted to.
Yeah.
He was just doing what he was told, and he's like, you could tell in his face, he was like, I don't even want to be here, but this is what has to happen. So.
Yeah. And then you got the 18-year-old military
Right.
telling people to get out of places.
Right.
Yeah, it's lots of fun. But
So it is a weird year, and people's, you know, are already at their limit anyway. You know, having to deal with just their home life because people are shut in.
scary.
It's
Like,
not
you don't know.
normal. You know, so.
yeah.
But you know, again, the people that we met out here that are actually hiking all seem to be in pretty good spirits. The ones who got off for their own reasons. I met a southbounder who was doing a flip flop. He started out with us, and he passed me a couple days ago heading south. He's like, "Yeah, we'll meet up when I get down there. I'm gonna fly back up, and we'll meet up in Pennsylvania and New Jersey area."
Right.
So I mean, like even people who got off got back on and started changing their plans. Maybe it's not the through hike they wanted, but it's the through hike
Yeah,
they
I've
got.
seen a lot are going to flip flop this year because we don't have a choice at this point. Like I got off to help people. I mean, I could have stayed on. I could have done like a lot of people did and just stealth through areas and stuff. But I just wanted to help. Because I put so many people on from other countries. I want to make sure I got them home. You know, but. I understand why people stealth. I mean, you put so much time and energy into this, which I'm sure you did.
Yeah. I mean, research and
money and
basically putting
resource.
everything else on hold. I'm on leave without pay right now for my job and those types of things. So like, there's really no other time that I can do this.
Right.
There's not gonna be another time where I don't have a house or I don't have those other issues to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
Life's gonna get back in the way, and this is my year. I'm gonna go as far as I can.
Yeah.
So.
And you're gonna go all the way. I know you are.
That's my plan.
Yeah. I'll help you. Every step I can, I will help you.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I guess I'm having a hard time still comprehending, and I don't even know how to ask anyone, like, you know, what was the biggest obstacle this year, because there were so many.
Yeah.
But what was your biggest obstacle?
I think just me. Like my biggest obstacle again was making a goal and trying to do what I can to reach it. It's something that I haven't had to do in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty comfortable in my previous life, and when I get turned upside down, I have to relearn those things. That like, okay, well, what do I want? Where do I want to live? And those types of things. And this was, for me, it was again something physical, something I've never done before. I had very little training. I'm from New Jersey, so it's flat where I live. Like I was just walking bridges and stuff like that. So I think the biggest hurdle for me was the physicality of it, and just getting in the mindset of it doesn't matter what my brain's thinking. Like I have to fix it and say I'm doing this. Like,
Right.
I mean, and I have doubts, especially with the weather. I had no idea that the weather was going to affect me as much as it has.
Yeah.
you know,
Or we'd be walking like areas that are usually to your ankles up to your butt.
right,
Yeah.
right. I mean, and those things, just like the cold and the wetness that's been coming through, it just zaps my energy in the morning, which means I get low miles. So it just, I keep asking, you know, like, why am I doing this? And I remember I set a goal. This is my goal. I'm going to reach it. You know, it's just I hoped to have been further along before having those questions. And I know everyone has them at different times, and I know that they're okay. It's what you do with it. You know,
Right.
it's fine to ask the question, why am I doing this? As long as you come up with the answer that you need, and I have so
I think
far.
a lot of times, like even for me last year, and probably even this year, why am I doing this? It keeps changing.
Yeah, yeah.
It really does. Why am I doing it now? It started to do it for me. Now I'm doing it for all the hikers because I'm actually annoyed that we were told not to hike.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think everybody's why changes throughout. And I don't think it ever stops changing because if it does, then you stop growing.
Yeah, yeah. And I think too, as you are hiking, it just becomes part of your day. We were having the discussion about like what a through hike is and when it's like when you can actually say you're a through hiker. And again, once you're out for a month or something, it's like your daily life is not normal anymore. It's not what the routine was. And at that point, you know, getting over that hump of understanding, like, what am I going to do today? The same thing I did yesterday. I'm going to get up, pack up my tent, start walking. You know. There is some monotony to it, but you know, being able to make that decision to keep going, I think is important to me where I am in my life right now. So.
Right. Okay. Anything else you want to say about anything?
No, I think. Well, I just wish everyone the best of luck. You know, I hope everyone who came before and who's getting back on, and people who got off. You know, I hope everyone at least got what they needed to out of it as much as they could. I wish everyone the best of luck. You're still going out there. And rock on.
All right. I just want to say, bless y'all. Hike on. Signing off. Rocky.